Welcome to Set Free 24/7. My name is Robert and Merry Christmas. I am so glad that you're here. If you're taking a moment out of your Christmas day just to catch up on some Proverbs, I mean, who wouldn't on a Christmas day? I mean, what else is going on, right? So, as you can see, I'm getting some mileage out of my Goodwill find here. I have realized that in case like my whole thing with prison ministry doesn't work out, I could always become a holiday rapper. And I believe my stage name would be P Minty Fresh. So who knows? Maybe you'll see a Christmas album come out by next year where I'm able to do my little rendition on some popular Christmas songs. So we're going to jump right in here to Proverbs 25. And this one is titled The Right Word at the Right Time. These are also the Proverbs of Solomon, collected by scribes of Hezekiah, king of Judah. God delights in concealing things. Scientists delight in discovering things. Like the horizons for breadth and the ocean for depth, the understanding of a good leader is broad and deep. Remove impurities from silver, and the silversmith can craft a fine chalice. Remove the wicked from leadership, and authority will be credible and God honoring. Don't work yourself into the spotlight. Don't push your way into the place of prominence. It's better to be promoted to a place of honor than face humiliation by being demoted. Don't jump to conclusions. There may be a perfectly good explanation for what you just saw. In the heat of an argument, don't betray confidences. Word is sure to get around, and no one will trust you. The right word at the right time is like a custom-made piece of jewelry, and a wise friend's timely reprimand is like a gold ring that is slipped on your finger. Reliable friends who do what they say are like cool drinks in a Reliable friends who do what they say are like cool drinks in sweltering heat. Refreshing. Like billowing clouds that bring no rain is the person who talks big but never produces. Patient persistence pierces through indifference. Gentle speech breaks down rigid defenses. When you're given a box of candy, don't gulp it down. Eat too much chocolate and you'll make yourself sick. And when you find a friend, don't outwear your welcome. Showing up at all hours of the night, he'll soon get fed up. Anyone who tells lies against the neighbors in court or on the street is a loose cannon. Trusting a double crosser when you're in trouble is like biting down on an abscessed tooth. Singing light songs to the heavy-hearted is like pouring salt into their wounds. If you see your enemy hungry, go buy him lunch. If he's thirsty, bring him a drink. Your generosity will surprise him with goodness, and God will look after you. A north wind brings stormy weather, and a gossipy tongue stormy looks. Better to live alone in a tumble-down shack than share a mansion with a nagging spouse. Like a cool drink of water when you're worn out and weary is a letter from a long-lost friend. A good person who gives in to a bad person is a muddied spring, a polluted well. It's not smart to stuff yourself with sweets, nor is glory piled on glory good for you. A person without self-control is like a house with its doors and windows knocked out. And friends, that's the end of chapter 25. The verse that stuck out to me today, stuck out, what kind of word is that? Stood out to me today, is a verse 25. Just like a cool drink of water when you're worn out and weary is a letter from a long lost friend. You know, I work for Crossroads Prison Ministries, and part of our ministry is we have mentors that write one-page encouraging letters to the people that are incarcerated that they're working with. So the students will send back their lessons, the mentor will look at the lesson, review it, and then write some notes or whatever, and then send back the lesson to the student with a one-page encouraging letter. I don't know the exact statistic. I just know from what I saw in the institution I was in Nevada, there were probably at least half of the guys in my unit, in any unit I went to while I was there, that never got any mail, period. I'm talking no letters from family, Christmases, birthdays. I mean, just never got mail. Getting mail when you're inside is sometimes compared to Christmas morning. So on this Christmas morning, I think back to my brothers that are still there in prison, and my heart goes out to them because I know how many times I saw people that would line up for mail call and they would never get a letter. So I know how much those letters mean to people. I pray for our mentors every day that they have the right words and the encouraging thing to say to some of our students. So I'm going to challenge you, I guess, today. It doesn't necessarily have to be a letter. Here we are in 2022. Sometimes it's a text or a phone call. Sometimes it's a letter. Getting that handwritten letter just shows you mattered enough for that person to take a few minutes out of their day and put a stamp on an envelope and address it and send it to you. What a beautiful thing if you could be that for someone else. So I challenge you today. If it's not a letter, maybe it's a text, maybe it's a phone call. Just send that though. Don't go through all the possibilities in your mind or what if and this and that. Just reach out and just let somebody know that they matter in your life today. Sometimes that can be the one thing that changes everything for somebody. So I have a bunch of stuff to do yet today, so I'm going to sign off here. But I wish everybody that is listening right now just a Merry Christmas. And I hope that today is peaceful for you and that it just brings a little bit of joy into your heart. I know that sometimes the holidays can be hard for people, especially if there's just challenging things you might be dealing with, maybe a loss of a family member, maybe you haven't seen some family in a while, maybe just things aren't the best for you. I get it. I've been in all of those positions and my heart goes out to you. So, from one human being to another human being, you matter today. I love you. I care about you. And I just hope that you have some peace in your heart today. So, looking forward to tomorrow, chapter 26, and I will see you then. Have a Merry Christmas.